your older players. When you got
Hey, good
younger,
evening, ladies
cheaper,
and gentlemen.
faster,
Jack Gill with
who
the
does
Father and
that?
Son
So
talk.
anyway, what's your
Dallas
fight
Cowboy
first? Let me ask y'all
discussion.
this. Let me
Just
let me
talking
say
more
hello.
about
Like, let me
today's
start off
game,
by giving my
what we
first
accomplished
impressions.
today, which was a great
Man,
feat.
listen,
I thought we
I know a
did an
lot of Cowboy
excellent
fans out
job
there, but
today.
listen, man. I'm
You
going to
know,
knock it off this
defense,
last one here.
of
We're going
course,
to celebrate.
defense always do their
We got a
job. So
victory.
the
I can
defense
be able
did
to talk
something real
trash
good, real
all
great.
year. But
It was one of those games that I never felt that we was threatened, right? I just never felt that we was threatened. Of course, they got a couple of plays on us, but other than that, that defensive line worked. This front seven did a great job. The two plays that they got overall, the offensive line done a great job. The running game was still outstanding again. Once again, over 150 yards rushing, 162. So just a couple of things I do want to critique, and that is as far as the receiving core, you guys got to catch those passes, those easy ones. You're not going to get them that much easier. So basically, a few drops that I thought should have been caught. Cooper Rush, we only had 100 yards passing, but that's all we need. When your running game is doing what it does, your defense doesn't allow a I guess a pretty much explosive team to run up the score. I just thought we should have won that game pretty much 35-10. The young rookie tackle done a great job. Yes, on Aaron Donner, perennial All Pro. He actually got a couple of sacks, but after that, his name wasn't called again. Zeke keep pounding it. Rob Pollard keep home run hitting and do a great job for us. Defense, D-Law, Michael Parsons, Armstrong. I mean, you name it, man. Barr, all those guys, Diggs. I mean, Brown. You guys played outstanding game. Outstanding game. Kudos to Dan Quinn. And I do want to give McCarthy a little credit because it looked like he is kind of taking more control of what the aspect of what we are doing. It looks as though he's taking more control of what's happening. But my main critique is Kelly Moore. A lot of times, I think that he can do more with the running backs. It's just not handing it up the middle and let them run. I think it was the Giants game when he was more of a creative guy, where all our runs was pretty much outside. We was pulling guards, we was pulling tackles, we was making outside runs, and with the quickness of Pollard, uh, a lot of times, I mean, you can see the difference uh, between him and Zeke, right? Zeke could hit that hole, Zeke could get you 5 or 6 yards, but if that hole is the same hole is there for Pollard, he's going through it. So other than that, I just think we can design a little bit more better plays for those running backs. Even if it's just throwing the ball outside, swinging it to them. I revert back to the old Cowboy days when you would see Emmett and Moose swing out, and that was the biggest killer of them all because when Emmett and Moose was swinging out, I think Emmett finished. I think right now he's what number 4 as a receiver for the Cowboys all-time receiving yards. So if Killamore would revert back and look at that to help out Rush a little bit more, everything just doesn't have to be a square in which he runs predominantly 80%, 85% of the time on his offensive plays. Um, and I think we do have a team to compete. Of course, next week we'll tell a good story uh, for us, the Eagles and Cowboy play. So now, if the Cowboys defense is dominant enough, we will shut them down, right? We will force Jalen Hurts to become a passer, which he has improved on that also. So it would be a good game. I think it's going to go back and forth. I think both of the teams have good defense, and of course, we do just enough to get the offense going. So other than that, uh, I think we'll be okay. And kudos to Kellen Cooper Rush again, doing a great job to number one comes back. And to me, that's part of the big plan was to hold the fort down so number one can come back. and I think we did a great job today. Uh, I think we did wonderful. The defense did excellent. Offense did just enough, and that's all it takes sometimes. Whether we win the game 3-0 or 3-6, we won the ball game. So, but there's still room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. So don't everybody get that twisted. Is always room for improvement, and I think today we could have had a little bit more flexibility into keeping drives alive, which we did with the running game. I just think more so and often that third and one and third and few feet, just get the ball to the running back so the running back trying to throw. I know it's always the trick in this particular level in NFL. You got to try to trick the opponent, but I think just with the power backs that we was running, because Zeke was hitting the hole pretty hard, and also Pollard hit the hole pretty hard. So they're capable enough of doing the job. So it's not always ran back and throwing a pass, Kelly Moore. So you got to trust your running backs. You got to trust these guys. I mean, I think Pollard had somewhat of 80 yards. Zeke right behind him with 70-something yards. So pretty decent game. Yeah, Pollard finished with 86. Ezekiel Elliott finished with 78. So I mean, that's the 100 yards we are looking for to keep us going, and that's the biggest part of it. The 100 yards to keep us going, and to make to keep the offense rolling. So it doesn't always have to be that pass. Now, if you're going to become a run first first down team, good. Or you're going to become a passer. So, but our identity, and I think most fans will agree with me, our identity is being a running team. I think that's been proven with these 4 wins that we had. Today I thought maybe more so than not that Cooper Rush was going to have to become this great passer. He's going to have to become a guy that's going to lead us down with that pass. But ultimately, it didn't happen. So kudos again to the offensive line, man. They've done a great job. They kept him off of him for the most part. I think he might have been sacked 2 or 3 times, which is known. So, but other than that, fans, I think we have done a great job. Now, also, I just want you guys to understand, as being a fan, you still have to do some critiquing, right? You still have to see a couple of things that could be perfect, that could be done differently, and that would help us improve. Because I think now that this team has found out that they can win ball games without QB number one, I think it's nothing but the ceiling for them. So just keep on rooting them on, guys. DC4L, just stay with us. Jack Gill with Fart and Son Talk, discussing the Dallas Cowboys after game discussion. So you guys have a good night, and how about them Cowboys? Good night.